What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I want to start this video by saying thank you to the guys at PolyDyn TX7. This is a Texas-based company that has sponsored my program for 2020, and they actually sponsored my trip to PRI as well. So we're going to be doing a Christmas giveaway. All you have to do is go like their Facebook page, comment what car you're going to be putting it in, and share the post on your wall. You're going to be getting a full lube package as well as a signed autographed hero card and a hat and a t-shirt. So make sure you guys do that and then enjoy the rest of this video. Hey, look how cute she is. Oh my gosh. So I made it to PRI. I'm looking forward to an amazing show, and so far it's been a great success. I got to meet with the guys here at CP, and Cindy was really nice, and she has offered me a sponsorship, so I'm really excited about that. Looking forward to basically partnering with these guys as well as PolyDyn. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a set of pistons coated for my new 2J build that I'm building, and it's going to look something kind of like this. So you can see this piston has a particular coating. We've got a different coating on the skirt than on the top. So this top coating is going to be good for, resistance against explosions, which is what happens inside the engine. Coating on the skirt here is going to be great for resistance against wear. So as the piston goes up and down in the cylinder, it's going to generate a lot of heat and get some wear. And if you've ever taken an engine apart, you can tell on the skirts right here, they usually have some scoring and some heat damage. So this is going to help prevent that. It'll also have a nice secondary effect of helping reduce friction. So it's going to rev much quicker, and it's going to make more power and just kind of free up some of that parasitic loss. You can see they have some really nice designs here, and they really put a lot of attention to detail into all of their designs, and so I'm really looking forward to getting some quality parts in the engine build that I'm doing. So I've never had a built engine before, so this is really cool for me to be able to legit company and legit products inside. I'm not just going with the cheapest one. I'm going with pretty much the best that is available to me, and it's really cool that they're going to be supportive of my program for 2020. There's some pretty cool cars here. Definitely some unique builds. I'm not the biggest fan of the color of this one, but the build itself is amazing. This is a much more attractive paint job, in my opinion, though, but that's just an opinion. So far, so good. The show is really, I like it a lot more than SEMA, to be honest. It's a little more intimate. It's a lot easier to walk around and get between the two, all the different booths and stuff. And everyone's here, really in the racing industry, and it's not just how big are your wheels on your truck kind of thing. So I like that a lot. This is a pretty sweet car here at PRI. You can see it's all business, no weight at all. It is electric motor powered. You can see inside the chassis. This thing is awesome. We're hanging out here at the CP booth. You can see all the celebrities around me. I definitely feel like a fish out of water here, but lots of other pro drivers, mostly drag racers, and they're all here signing autographs. They all have their own hero cards. And everyone has their own kind of line. Mine is a little smaller, but maybe next year it'll be bigger.
For sure, definite. And that's if we receive no funding.
Right.
So we can only go from there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
The top fuel?
Yeah.
I think it's got to be just so
explosive.
Yeah. I'm buddies with Alex Laughlin.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I need you in there. You need to be in every photo.
He does it. Much pro style. Same. Same.
So that went really well. Today's been a hustle, I'll tell you that. I didn't film a whole lot, but got a lot done. Signed a bunch of autographs, did a bunch of networking, and hopefully have some new supporters for the program for 2020. I've got a lot of things on the horizon that I'm trying to put together. So yeah, I'm gonna go now and get something to eat and find my friends and relax a little bit and get ready to do it all again tomorrow. Here you go. Thank you. Day 2 here at PRI. This is the day to get stuff done. It's my last day here. So first thing I want to do is go say hello to all the people I missed yesterday. first one is Robert with Zona Rotor. We're gonna see if El Doctor is in town, in the house. But other than that, my job today is basically to get as much support for 2020 as possible. And I'm gonna film as much as I can, but you know, it's time to crack down and get business done. So this may be a shorter episode than most. And then I've got an autograph session today at PolyDyn booth at 4 o'clock. So looking forward to that. And I see Robert right there.
This year with the expansion of the Echo series.
He's busy right now. Let's see if we can say hi to him here in a minute. He's selling a customer, I think. But they've got a bunch of cool stuff in the booth right now. You can see some of the newer Zona Turbos. Yeah, I see that. I saw him in there.
What's up?
What's happening, man? How you doing? Good.
How are you?
Good. Hanging out here.
Hanging out at Tile?
Yeah, hanging out, showing everybody the new stuff for Tile and Zona and everything. And
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to working together next year, honestly.
It's a great partnership.
Yeah, and I've had Tile on my car since I bought it. Like, I've always had a Tile product of some sort. Wastegate, blow-off valve, both. So, you know, the fact that now I'm going to get some support with you guys is really cool.
Awesome,
So,
yep. And we're looking forward to having a great driver.
yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Awesome.
I'll try and put him to the ultimate test,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
We'll
Oh,
see.
yeah. You're gonna put him to the limits.
Right. We'll find out if there's any, things that need improvement,
Right,
which
right.
probably not, because even as old as mine's a first gen, basically. It's a 44 gate, and I've replaced the diaphragm on it once in 8 years.
That speaks
Crazy, right?
our truth.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not easy on it, so.
You're always on the
Yeah,
right limiter.
and that's the non-cooled, it's not even like finned top, and it's non-water cooled or anything, so like the new stuff should be even that much better.
Yeah, and we'll get you. I think we'll run one of the finned.
Yeah, I like these new ones.
MBSA. This was developed for motorsports to actually have the diaphragm sit a little bit higher away from the heat source.
Okay.
And with these heat sinks, it actually dissipates heat at the same time.
Cool.
So we just lengthen the valve and push the diaphragm a little bit further from the heat source. So
Okay.
it's been
And
working out pretty good.
What sizing options? I see we've got a smaller, it looks like a 38.
This is a 38, and
Yeah.
then we also offer it in the MVR.
Okay.
It's an aluminum heat sink instead of a stainless steel
Okay.
heat sink. So this is a little bit pricier. It's a little bit more friendly on the price.
Tell me about this guy. I've never actually seen one of these.
So you will be running one of these, I think, a QRJ.
Alright.
It
New
actually,
blow-off valve?
Yep, new blow-off valve, and it actually has a canister effect to where there's a little bit more area for the boost to kind of, instead of just releasing it, to atmosphere.
Yeah, that's what I have.
On the Q, we kind of keep it a little bit, keep it in the chamber a little bit longer, and you actually mount it. Someone had switched this, but you actually mount it with the vacuum like this, so it would actually blow out on this side.
Oh, interesting.
So it's just a little bit more linear, kind
Okay.
of off and on of the gas is a little bit.
Yeah, very
a little
cool.
bit more linear.
I'll be honest, I took the blow-off valve off my car about a year ago because it sounded way cooler. And I was just like, well, if Zona's gonna keep giving me turbos if I break them, then I'm just gonna be merciless on them, And so I was like, that flutter is amazing. However, with this new kind of
QRJ.
yeah, I'm curious to see how it sounds. I bet this fluting or this probably has something to do with the sound, right?
It does. It's kind of an aesthetic thing. I don't think it's going to give you a totally different sound.
Okay.
But we thought, you can either get that in the blank one or with the flutes cut in.
Okay, very cool.
We came out a couple years ago with a position sensor, and it'll tell you, kind of where your gate is opening at what pressures.
Okay. So this is going to be something that the ECU will see, and it will read the data of that valve opening and closing.
Yep.
So you
And
know how much it's open.
how far? Yes, how
Right.
far it's opening, and then at what point it is opening.
Okay. And so tell us real quick, like what the benefit of that is, or what can I gain from knowing that information?
Basically, you can cross-check your data between where your boost is peaking and where it's opening, and then you can balance that out to get it at the optimal position of opening.
Okay, cool.
So these is kind of a cool little addition to our lineup.
Yeah.
PTP is making little blankets.
Oh wow.
Our wastegates.
So they're based out of Texas too. I'm gonna have to chat with them
Yeah,
because that looks dope.
Yeah, we need to get you guys hooked up with them.
The more heat look like I can keep out of my engine, the less engine fires I'll have, right?
Less engine fire.
We just experienced that at SEMA a couple weeks ago, and yeah, I think I could have benefited from one of those for sure. So
you probably could have.
Yeah,
sure,
PTB,
sure.
if you're watching this, hook me up, man. I'm gonna try and keep my shit safe this year.
We also have our own proprietary center section that we developed in-house to kind of curb all the shortcomings of the industry that we saw.
Okay.
So we do produce, you know, the only stainless steel bearing center section in the industry. It's got a 360-degree water-cooled jacket.
Perfect.
Here's kind of a really cool cutout. That's the wheel in the center section, and then this is a cutaway of the center section.
Oh, I love that display. That's
this shows
fantastic.
your dual bearings. Dual piston rings. Yep, ceramic ball bearings. A 360-degree water jacket. All stainless, made in the United States. Super robust center section. Yep.
Fantastic.
And he will be pushing it to the limits.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure that it works good. So, and I'm sure it does, or else they wouldn't have given it to me. They know what I do to things. So yeah. All right, let's go find Doctor and
let's go find him.
See if we can pull his ear.
I don't know where he is. So this is an Audi hybrid
See, an internal gate.
Yep. So this is a stock manifold.
Oh, okay.
This all fits in a stock location. One of our kit builders, iRose Motorsports, has helped us develop this whole kit.
That's really interesting.
It's really cool.
So you basically, from here forward, plus the wheel, of course, is all us or Zona.
This is actually Borg.
Oh, that's an Audi.
Yep. So I think it's an IHI. I think it's an IHI stock Audi. Oh, it's actually a Borg Warner stock compressor housing.
Okay.
Stock manifold with the Zona rotor center section wheel combo. So that enables you to put a bigger compressor wheel.
I see it's like an Audi stamp on it, so I know that it's something factory unless you guys put that on there.
No, that was the whole point of developing that. And then Nick's got his other kit here.
Oh, this one's gnarly.
It's
Look
full
at this.
blown, full frame.
Yeah. This is
1150 horsepower.
5-cylinder into 1 turbo for 1100 horsepower.
About 1150, 1200. Yep.
No big deal, you know.
They'll push a car.
It'll go more.
This year.
Yeah, that's amazing. Look at this beautifully fabricated 5-cylinder manifold. Got an EGT probe there. Another couple. Actually, they've got potential to see each individual cylinder.
Yep.
You notice the EGT bung on each cylinder. Really good tuning capabilities.
Yep.
Wideband here. They've got a recirculating wastegate, which is cool. Keep it kind of stock-ish.
And there's the MBR AR housing. So it's similar to the MBS, but the MBR version.
Okay, sweet.
Also helps out with heatsink. So
yeah, and this is interesting. That this looks like it's, I mean, custom made for every little indention in the chassis. Is this like printed or something?
This is 3D printed metal.
That
aluminum.
is super cool.
So
Let's look closer at that.
Pushing definitely the limits of manufacturing, additive manufacturing.
So printed metal.
Yep.
It's aluminum.
It's aluminum. Yep.
And it feels like cast,
but it is printed.
But
and you can kind of see the lines right here of the printing.
Right. I don't know if my camera will pick that up, but that is cool.
Yep.
So that is super customized. Obviously, they've got provisions for maybe an OEM bracket here.
Yep.
You can see this slight recession here so that the coupler can grab it nicely. Very smooth finish on the inside. This is great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This is probably a boost source, I would guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Vacuum boost source. Yeah. So really tight packaging, obviously, and an impressive build. So good job, guys. That looks awesome.
Thank you.
I can see why, you know, all the design and like elements that you put into it and all the effort really show. So
Yeah, there's a few compromises, but it's mostly just a lot of stuff in a really small space.
Okay, very cool. So if we want to see this car go, where can we find that? You got any your website or you got
iRose
Instagram?
Motorsport on Instagram is probably the best place to look us up. Where we post the most content. But iRoseMotorsport.com as well is a great place to find some cool 5-cylinder parts.
Very cool. Very cool. We'll check that out. All right, now we got to find Robert.
I don't know where Robert is.
Okay. I saw him here.
Yeah.
I walked by him. I finally got a moment here with Mr. Doctor himself, Robert Young. Love you too. So we're excited to talk about some of the new stuff with Zona this year.
That's right. We've got a lot of cool things with Zona this year. One of them is right here is our forward-facing 90 compressor cover.
Okay.
This fits in a lot of tight applications, and it keeps you from having to make a bunch of cheated bends on your compressor outlet.
Yeah.
This works really good in the GTR, for example.
That looks fantastic. Nice and smooth radius.
We really like to pride ourselves on quality of these castings. Bestman cast super alloy turbine housings too. You know, another really cool feature for this season is the UHF turbine era. So what you got there is something you've never seen before.
I have not seen
It's got
that.
5 full blades and 5 half blades.
Okay.
This is our patent pending UHF splitter design, and it really widens the operating range of the turbocharger.
Okay.
So you get more rapid shaft acceleration due to lower inertia, and you also get way more choke flow on the top end because you don't have those blades blocking the outlet. So normally you think, oh, we've got a 66 turbo, so I've got 66 millimeter discharge. That's a 66 millimeter discharge that's got 11 blades in the way.
Right. I see.
So
we've got basically 5 full blades, like you said, 5 half blades.
Yeah.
So is it kind of like the best of both worlds, taking away the twin scroll idea, but adding the
this skunks twin
increased-
scroll.
Yeah. So you don't need that anymore. Very cool.
And lightweight. So you know, twin scroll housings are large and bulky typically.
Right.
So these are not.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. And also, now that it's a V-band, you can clock the turbo.
Correct.
Where you could not with the twin
Correct. You
scroll.
get subtle clocking options here, here, and here. So in 3 places you can kind of twist it however you want.
Very
and
nice.
a lot of times this is really important because on a T3, you know, you're just stuck with wherever it was.
Okay.
You know, but
right.
you know,
Exactly. Unless you're cutting and welding, which no one wants to do.
Yeah, and you just don't redo your header every weekend. So.
Right. Exactly. Tell me about the Echo stuff over here. I just saw that.
What I really like about the Echo stuff is
It's called Echo Series.
Echo Series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this represents the range that we currently have, small to large, from the 61 pound a minute and the 64 millimeter turbine, all the way up to the 95 pound a minute with the 68 millimeter turbine. We had a pair of these smaller ones on the Colorado Springs Pike Peak car last season, and they did really well. Really loved them.
Yeah.
You're going to start seeing a lot more of the Echo Series stuff on the higher end things, where you're not just building the car to see how much horsepower you can make. You're also building it to park it in your beautiful garage.
Of course.
You know,
Yeah.
So sometimes it's about the eye candy as much as it's about
And
the horsepower.
who doesn't love symmetry, right? The beautiful fabrication and
It's
symmetry
natural.
go
It's
hand
a
in
natural
hand.
thing. So, yeah.
So that means that the other side here, these are reverse rotation, right?
These
That's
are what we would
Echo
call the
means.
reverse Echo. Yes. So you got the first ones that rotate in a clockwise direction, and then you got the Echo pairs for all of them that have the R designation on the compressor covers. So those are the ones that are spinning in the opposite direction.
Okay.
So yeah, just
So exact same turbo, same specs, just
exact same
mirrored
turbos.
image.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
where the Echo comes from.
Aerodynamically identical in every respect, but fit on the other side of the motor. A lot of times you don't have very much room to package something.
Right.
Okay, so it needs to be really close, and having one turbocharger that's really awkward because it's rotating the wrong direction
I've seen that
can really
too many
complicate
times,
things.
yeah.
Not only can it complicate things, but it can lead to an imbalance in the way the turbochargers run, especially if you run closer and closer and closer to their limit.
Okay.
When they get closer to their limit, if they're not the same turbo and the headers are not, if they're the same turbo but the headers are not the same.
Right.
At some point when you push them further and further and further, they start to behave differently as a result of
Okay.
the pulling.
That makes sense.
So having the full symmetry in the turbochargers really helps you avoid that and lets you push all the way to the limit of both turbochargers, and they both tap out the same place.
Gotcha. And of course, too, with all the newer cars going to a V configuration motor, right? The GTR's V6,
Yeah.
all the Nissan product line V6, all the new Toyota Lexus is V6, the V6 Mustang EcoBoost, V8.
These are not going anywhere.
Right, they're not going away,
Yeah,
so.
and now you might notice that this is the 3C series, okay? So there's an X1C, there's an X2C, and there's an X3C, and they all have Echo pair series.
Very cool.
This is the next edition of the 3Cs. but there's a smaller set 2Cs, and there's even smaller set for 1Cs.
Awesome. I love too that you guys did such a good job with like perfect symmetry on your display. Everything is nicely spaced. You know, that's really cool. That helps my OCD inside.
Yeah, good.
I know you probably got a little bit of that too.
I'm glad you feel like you're in your safe space.
Yeah,
right
I am.
now.
I'm in the zone. Yeah. No, this is really cool, and I'm really looking forward to getting to put mine through the test next year. And
Me too, man. Me
as
too.
you know, I've got a road trip coming up.
Yep.
And we're gonna put 3,000 miles on the turbo in 1 week. Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Let's do it, man. Just make sure you got your coolant connection, your coolant jacket connected, right?
Make sure everything's hooked up right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, for you at home, if you're watching and you hook up your turbo wrong, don't blame your turbo manufacturer. That's on you. That is not their fault. Yeah. And,
it happens.
It totally happens. If you don't have your drain right, I know if you clock them incorrectly. There's some things that you need to know about.
No, you get the phone call every once in a while. It's like, I didn't think I needed oil on this one. It was a Zona rotor. It's like, well, no, you still connect up all once.
That oil port is there for a reason. Let's use that. So. Awesome. Well, thanks for all the info, Robert.
Hey, you bet, Shred. Good to see you, man.
You too, man.
Boom.
And looking forward to everything next year.
Boost on, y'all.
Yeah, all right. So I've talked to quite a few companies now. A couple things I'm looking for, some new safety gear. I don't have a safety gear sponsor, and a fuel system sponsor and a fuel sponsor. So I chat with Sunoco and VP. I chat with Fuel Lab and a couple other fuel providers, and just trying to work on that. So that's what I've got going on. And then a familiar booth we've got here is UpRev. So you guys saw me driving their Optima streetcar 370Z. Oh shit, missed a cone. Didn't keep my eyes up. Which is really fun. And it's cool to see them out here with their booth set up in the background. So I'm gonna chat with John, and maybe we can put something together for next year. I'd love to get their kind of tuning and software on my street legal project, as well as some of the other things I've got cooking in the back burner there. So wish me luck trying to get this put together.
What's going on, man?
How's it going, man?
Good to see,
How are ya?
see that the car's still alive.
Ran into a familiar face here. Yeah, you guys remember Brittany? I'm sure she's doing the same thing as me. Kevin's over here getting business done. Yeah, he's making it happen for him. But this is really what I wanted to film. She brought Jelly Bean, little Jelly Belly. Look how cute she is. Oh my gosh, this pup. Oh, I love her so much. Oh, got it.
So vicious.
She is. Look at those teachers. Look at those little feet. Yeah. I love her. She's so wild. She's the best.
She really is.
And she's a rescue.
She is.
Yeah. So if you guys, want to rescue a dog, you can check out the Rally Ranch Rescues, and you can have yourself an amazing, beautiful,
Vicious
supportive
Jelly Belly
killer like this. What's been the highlight of the show for you?
It has been, honestly, so SEMA, we were slammed. We had panels to talk on, we had booth appearances to be at. I didn't actually have any time to walk around SEMA at
so you
all.
didn't see anything?
So PRI, the highlight's been actually having time to enjoy the show and actually see things.
Right. And it's not so crowded that you can't like walk.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Across the hall without like stopping for 10 minutes. So that was probably the most frustrating thing for me at SEMA, was just not being able to walk
literally
anywhere.
couldn't just like duck waddling to get places. Hey.
Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all get back to it. Go find something to eat.
Alright.
Alright, see you tonight.
I'm gonna try not to starve.
Don't get hangry. So the PRI is now officially over for me, at least the show part of things. It's been definitely a successful and interesting experience. Enjoyed, getting to chat with some of my existing sponsors and making new connections with hopefully some new ones. Back on the plane, got to get back to work. It's Friday. I got to fly back Saturday. Got some work to do, and then back to the Rally Ranch Sunday. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little clip or this little recap of the show, and keep on following my adventures.